third show that I've done this year. Have I mentioned that? So my son, my youngest son, is going to go into the military. He's going into the Air Force, and so in order to get ready to go to my first son graduated from the Air Force, but my second son is getting ready to go to the Air Force. And so this is just a personal story that's happened in the Brady family, and then I'll get out of here. So he's got to have a Social Security card to present to the recruiter, and he's of course lost his, which that's a whole different story. I don't know how you lose your Social Security card. Well, I do, because he carried it with him. He thought that he was supposed to have a Social Security card with him in his wallet, and so he lost his wallet, he lost his Social Security card. That doesn't matter. The important thing is he had to go get a new Social Security card, and so the Social Security office is not open because of COVID, is what they say. But the Social Security office was never open before. So you know what I'm talking about. They're just never open, and it just so happens that they're saying it's because of COVID this year. And so they said, well, my son is talking to them online. They're not even answering the phone. There's a voice message that says go online, and so you go online, and there's a little chat bot that says call this number, and so you do that, and then the chat bot said, well, you need to send in your information. There's a form you have to send in. And you fill it all out, you send it in, and then they will send you back a letter that says you didn't send in all the paperwork. And so the paperwork is you've got to have something that proves your ID. One of the things that you could send in would be a Social Security card, or a passport, or a driver's license. And so his passport is expired, and his driver's license
was in his wallet.
He was going to send it in, but I said to him, now you understand that you've already spent 3 weeks dealing with a government agency that has, and you have seen their level of bureaucracy, we'll call it that. Now you understand that the Postal Service is also a so if you put your driver's license in an envelope and drop it in the Postal Service, and something happens to it, what are you gonna say? And he goes, well, what's gonna happen? And I said, this is what I said to him. I said, all right, do you know that the Postal Service says you are not supposed to send cash through the mail? The Postal Service says, don't send cash through the mail. And Andrew says, yes, that's right. I said, well, why would they say that? He goes, I don't know, because something could happen to it, right? But who is going to take the cash from your mail? Once you put it in the Postal Service, the only people that handle it are postal employees.
Postal Service.
And so you've got the federal agency who is literally saying, do not trust our employees with cash because something could happen to it. And he said, well, Dad, do you think that that's really what they're saying? I said, let me give you another example. If you go into the post office and you go to mail a package, they will ask you this question: would you like insurance? It occurred to me that there may be some postal workers in here as I'm talking about. Just and do not take any of this personally, because this is just what I do. I just observe things like this. So they say, would you like insurance with that? And the guy that I take packages to at the postal, his name is Dennis. Me and Dennis are good friends, and so we talk about this stuff. And I said, Dennis, why would I need insurance on this package? And he says, well, it's to make sure that it arrives okay. And I said, does it cost extra for insurance? He says, yeah, it's extra for insurance. I said, so what if I don't get insurance? And he said, well, then if something happens to it, we're not responsible. I said, isn't that kind of what the mafia does with their protection money, where they're like, it's like, hey, do you want some insurance on this package? It's a very nice package, very pretty, sounds like it might be valuable. It'd be a shame if it was to have an accident. All right, that's all I got. I got a show tonight. We're going to do, and actually, I'm really glad that the tone is set here tonight. That it seems to be sort of improv. It seems to be kind of improvisational. Everybody seems to be kind of shooting from the hip tonight, which is going to be perfect. Chaz leans over to me while Mike was singing, and he says, you know, when he just goes off the top of his head, it's called improv, but when you do it, it's called rambling. I'm going to be up here tonight and ramble a little bit, and you guys come and join me because I seriously am taking requests tonight. So.